I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins, the closing market minute for Monday, April 21st. Soybeans and corn both ended the session lower, coming under spillover pressure from a lower move in crude oil during the session, along with expectations for decent week-to-week planting progress in parts of the Midwest and Plains, and the USDA's weekly crop progress and condition numbers, which were out after the close. Now, some areas, no doubt, will see some near-term delays, but it is still fairly early in the season, so the trade has taken those expected delays with at least some grain of salt. Wheat did start the session higher, supported by a drop in the U.S. dollar index, but closed lower, with traders focusing on the weather and the weekend rainfall that fell in some of the dry parts of the southern U.S. plains. Now, it did miss some of the drier areas, and it definitely does not break the drought, but any little bit counts at this point for the U.S. hard red winter crop. Live and feeder cattle were lower, pressured by a drop in the Dow Jones Industrial Average during the session, shrugging off the higher midday move in box beef. Also watching the distribution of this week's direct cash cattle show list and waiting for bids and asking prices to start to surface. Hogs were the exception, closing higher, supported by the cash and wholesale business during the session. Pork was firm at midday, trying to build on Friday's sharply higher finish, and cash trade was higher during Monday's trade. With the closing market minute, I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins.